Travel with children seems daunting, yet their family is having amazing adventure all over the world. What is their secret? We are a travel family. Our children have been to more than 30 countries by age 6. Today I'm going to tell you the most important family travel tip that will help you to go on your own journey. If you would love to have an amazing trip for your own family, this is a video for you. To start, let me tell you the story of my first family trip. It was 2012. Our son Aaron just turned 1 year old. Like any other 1 year old, he spent all of his time eating, sleeping, and pooping. He has a very serious face when he poops. As he's sleeping longer and eating better, we decided to take him to the Glacier National Park. I was super excited because I get to travel again. At the same time, I'm scared. I was worried about what if he doesn't sleep well, what if he doesn't eat well, what if he gets sick. I was worried that the trip may go so bad we don't get to travel again. Just as I feared, the trip didn't go smoothly. The first night we checked into this beautiful Lake McDonald Inn, which was an old historical inn full of charm. But at the same time, just like any other old building, it has problems. In the middle of the night, the fire alarm went off. We have to evacuate. The good news is that it was a false alarm. The bad news is that when I look at Aaron, I saw this. He was wide awake at 3 a.m. in the morning. He couldn't go back to sleep that night. So by the morning, we were all very tired. But that wasn't the worst. A couple days later, we're about to hike this long classic trail in the park. Just before we started, Aaron started to have this serious face. And we know the poop is coming. As his face turned more and more serious, we know it's a big one. Now for those of you who don't have children, 1 year old, they're still eating baby formulas and soft food like purees. Their stew is not solid. It has this liquid-like texture, just like oatmeal. And by the way, I hope you're not eating oatmeal right now. Because it's liquid-like, when it's a big poop, there's a risk of it leaking out at the side of the diaper. So we know it's a big one, but what we don't know is that it's a massive one. When it's massive, it doesn't just leak, it explodes. The explosion shoots the stuff up from his waist into his shirt and down from his pants onto his shoes and socks. When I look at that scene, the only words in my head is, holy crap. There's just no better words to describe it. Now you must feel bad for us, thinking that's a bad trip. You're right, that was a lot of mess for us to clean up. But every time we think about that trip, what filled our memory were the immense beauty of the Glacier National Park, as well as the many happy moments we have as a family. Even the day with the accident turned out to be okay. After a night with fire alarm, we just sleep in the morning, still have a fantastic afternoon. Then during the day when shit happened, literally, of course we have to go back to the hotel to clean up the mess and give our plan to hike that classic trail. But we were able to hike a shorter trail near our hotel and was rewarded with magnificent view like this and that. Because we have extra time that afternoon, we spent 2 hours in the beautiful lobby of the Many Glacier Hotel. We exchanged stories with other travelers. That turned out to be one of the memorable days of the trip. So those accidents didn't stop us from traveling. On the contrary, because we think it's a good trip, we keep going on for more trips. A month later, we went to Glacier National Park and Havasupai. Then 2 months later, we flew all the way to Hawaii, explored the lava in the Big Island. And after that, our trip just keep going on and on and on and on and on. Throughout all of this trip, of course there are unexpected situations, the hardships, like we have flat tire, Canceled flights, missing our train, stomach bug, fever, going to ER. But every single time, we were able to handle the situation and move on to enjoy the rest of our journey. What we learned is that there's really no need to worry about unexpected events because we humans are natural problem solvers. We will be able to handle all of them either all by ourselves or with help from others. And every time that happens, we learn something new and become better travelers. The other thing we learned, arguably more important, is that you don't have to worry about adapting to a new environment because we humans are born adaptable, especially children. They can adapt to new things in no time. Do you worry about they cannot sleep well away from home? They can't sleep everywhere. Will they have trouble eating new things? Of course not. Are you worried about language barrier? If you let them, they're gonna mingle with local kids before you do.
No.
What about doing new things in foreign country that they've never done before? Of course they can. Your children are flexible and adaptable. The only thing holding them back is your inflexible mindset, assuming they cannot. Of course you're not going to have a good trip if you try to stick to the same routine, same diet, same route that you have at home. Just relax. When you go to a new country, go with the flow, embrace the new routine, new local tradition, encourage your children to do new things. They will thrive. Just to make sure this is not just my personal opinion, I went down to the family travel Facebook group called Club Baby Voyage. I posed the same question. If you have only one tip, family travel tip to tell others, what would it be? I got about 45 responses. Amazingly, it's so consistent. 95% of them are around the same theme. It's about flexible. It's about the flexibility you need to have when you travel. If you're flexible, if you're open-minded, you will be happy. Your children has great potential that will surprise you. They also have tremendous amount of curiosity. They're ready to explore the world. Give them chance to take them on a trip. As long as you're open, you're flexible, your family will have a great time. That is, in my mind, the most important family tip that everybody should know. If you liked the video, please subscribe or leave a comment. Happy travel, my friend. Thank you very much.